What's up, guys, and welcome to Priority Transport Episode 4 for June the 14th. It is Saturday. It has been a week since I last spoke to you guys, and there's been a lot of things going on in the world of SWTOR. First thing I'm going to talk about is some of the issues. This is by no means a 100% comprehensive look at every single issue. This is just some of the main issues that have been going on. So one of the big issues that was happening is forming ops groups was bugged. A lot of people couldn't invite or even drop a group. Switching op lead appears to fix that, though. So if you switch leads, sometimes that helps. A lot of people logged in and found out that they were no longer in their guilds. It was like an auto/G quit. And then they relogged a couple times, they're back in their guild. A lot of people are still having the same problem I talked about. It was either last week or the week before about the cross faction, the /say bug. That's still going on. On the dev tracker, there was actually a list of some of the issues going on. And a lot of people were having issues with being able to load into the game. A lot of people just couldn't even load into the game. Some people couldn't transition areas, going from one area to the other. A lot of people were getting kicked from servers. Priority transport was not working, which sucks because that's the name of my show. Damn it, fix it. There's just been a lot of issues going on with this patch. I think they needed to release something, but this is crazy. This many bugs is just not cool. Like, I mean, they have the public test server, the PTS, for a reason. I mean, so it's really kind of hard to understand how all of these bugs happen to make it in, unless people on the PTS just hop in it and don't report anything. But still, that kind of shows some negligence on the dev side of it, because really, dude, like, all of these issues, I mean, it's a week later, and almost a week later, and there's still issues going on right now. So it's really hard for me to kind of, I'll give them a little bit of slack, because you can never tell. When things go live, crazy shit can happen. But this many issues, I mean, come on, like, that's just crazy. The one thing I will say, though, and this happens in every MMO, especially in WoW, anytime there are issues, people want to start yelling, "Give me free shit." Just, I pay money for this game, you guys messed up, so I am entitled to something. While I understand why some people have that view, I mean, come on. There's no way they can foresee every single problem. There's just no way that can happen. So I mean, you got to cut them a little bit of slack. But still, this many problems, I'm on the fence here, because there's a part of me that's like, Jesus, how does a company this big mess up so many things with one patch? I mean, this is just a content update, kind of. I mean, there's not any huge changes coming into effect. But anyway, it is what it is. I'm sure they'll get a lot of the issues sorted out. But don't be yelling, free stuff, free stuff. If they end up giving people things for these inconveniences, then okay, so be it. But don't go around yelling for it. I mean, come on. Show a little bit more class than that. So because of all these issues that are going on, do you think that they should actually do a rollback? WoW has done things similar, or not similar. WoW's actually done that before. They've done rollbacks to previous patches. I don't know if Bioware has the capability, but do you think they should or should have done a rollback because of all these issues? Kind of rolled back to the previous patch, got these things worked out, and then go ahead and implement it after all the kinks are figured out. Let me know what you guys think about that, because I personally think they should have done a rollback if they have the capability of doing so. Now, in regards to patch 2.8, I logged on and went straight to Nar Shaddaa because I wanted to check out the slot machines. You guys know I've been excited about this. I wanted to hop in and check it out. So I get to Nar Shaddaa. I go to the club. I forgot the name of it, but whatever. I get there. I first buy a Kingpin token. I'm like, screw it. I've got over 1 mil cred, so screw it. I'll pay 50K for a token. I get the token. I play like 3 or 4 times in a row. I just get the token back. I'm like, really? Is this all that's here? And then I start kind of paying attention to the way that the slot machine thing, how it spins, and then how it spins in a circle, and then there's a little thing like this, and then I'm making a diagram. This spins, and if it spins and the pointer lands anywhere in this area, you get a token. If it lands directly in the middle, instant winner. So what I did was I bought one of those. Actually, I bought 2 of the Kingpin tokens, so I spent 100K. Didn't win anything. So then I just kept buying a few of the smuggler tokens, going over to the smuggler slot machines, and then winning a Kingpin token and taking that over to the Kingpin slot machine. After doing that about 5 or 10 minutes, I ended up winning the mount. Well, the Vectron Magnus mount. It's not the coolest looking thing, but it's neat. I really like the more kind of spaceship mounts, but it's still cool looking. The color scheme on it was pretty cool. So that was pretty cool. One thing though is that a lot of people are complaining, I didn't get the mount, but this person did, or okay, STFU. Please, STFU. Please. It's a casino. Okay? So it's gambling. Which means you're not always going to win. Some people will, some people won't. That is how gambling works. Cry me a river, build me a bridge, and get the F over it. Please. The mount's not even that cool looking. At least the Vectron. At least the Vectron Magnus isn't that cool looking. It's a gamble. You're gambling. Either accept that and have fun doing it, or don't do it. I mean, just stop queuing all the time. Like, what's wrong with you pansies? Okay. Another thing. I think it's time. Now, first, let me preface this by saying I'm not a huge PvPer. I am big into world PvP, but not like organized PvP, battlegrounds and such. I do like Hutball though. That's really fun. But from a lot of people that I talk to, and from just randomly queuing myself, it's really time to introduce some cross-faction shizzle going on here. Or, I'm sorry. It's really time to introduce some cross-server queues going on. I mean, that's just how it is. There's not that many people playing this game. Yes, it's successful. It's doing fine. But, I mean, there's not enough people to not have cross-server PvP queues. See what I'm saying? Let me know what you guys think. Are you okay with the wait times? Generally, if I am waiting for a queue, I have a host of other things I can be doing while I'm waiting for that queue to pop. But a lot of people don't have the luxury of that time. You know, they just want to log in, do their shit, and get out. And I sympathize with those people, but don't necessarily agree, because I mean, it is an MMO and it is an RPG, and RPGs are time consuming, and if you don't have the time investment, then you should probably be playing a different genre. That's just my somewhat elitist, I guess, look at it, but that's the way RPGs have always been. It takes time. That's a big time investment. If you don't have that time, go shoot people in FPS or a more casual RPG. I don't know. And that kind of brings me to Star Wars is an MMO, and the leveling process in this game is very, very solo oriented. It's not really, it doesn't encourage much multiplayer. Yeah, there's the heroic group quests here and there, but during the leveling process, and mind you, SWTOR has great story arcs. Great story arcs. The voiceover acting is phenomenal. Well, and it cost them a shit ton of money, as we all know. It's estimated around $200 million. But still, they did a really good job. But it's really, really solo. I mean, I don't mind doing solo things in MMOs. I still play WoW. I do pet battles a lot, where I just run around trying to collect, different pets and stuff. Okay, but as the fundamental part of the game, leveling, that is a huge part of any MMORPG. That is how you get from start to end game. That process needs to be solid. And it is solid, but it's really solid from a solo standpoint. I really wish that they would introduce more multiplayer to the leveling process. And yeah, there are things you can do, like I said. I mean, there are the heroic quests. There are things you can do in regards to dungeons and such when you get to the appropriate level. But as a whole, the leveling process is very solo. And it's an MMO that stands for massively multiplayer online and needs to involve more people. Just running around by yourself, I don't know. To me, I don't really see how that could be considered an MMO, but I digress. So that's pretty much it that's been going on this week. It hasn't. I mean, there has been a lot of stuff going on because of all the problems, but because I did have to talk about all of those issues, and I'm by no means that I cover every single problem that's happened with patch 2.8. And actually, it's caused me to not really play that much. I've really just been playing WoW mostly. I've logged into SWTOR to play the slot machines pretty much, and that's about it this week. But I'll leave you guys with a really cool parody. It was posted on the forums. Okay, this is a parody song of the movie Frozen, the song Snowman. The person who posted this on the forums is Douglas_Maletti, and it's called Do You Want to Be a Sith Lord? And I'll leave the link in the description below. So, hope you guys enjoy this episode of Priority Transport, and I will see you guys next week, Saturday, same time, same place. Please don't forget to rate, subscribe, comment, and share. It'd be great. It helps me out. I appreciate it immensely. Have a good weekend, guys.